Can you talk about the difference in the halves?
I don't know if it's a difference in the halves. We competed the entire time. I think to look at the difference in the halves would be not telling the story of the game. We competed at a high level. It was nip and tuck. Even when they came back, they're going to make a run. Everybody knows that. But what we had, we still shot in the mid-40s in the game in the second half. The difference is, if there's a difference, we had some turnovers in the second half. And we had some awareness issues at the end of possessions. And that's what it was more than anything else. And in this league, it's not a possession or possession by possession league. It's a pass to pass league, and that's why it's the best league in the country. I mean, you got to be locked into every pass. And there were a couple of times it wasn't for lack of fight or try. It was just a couple of times we weren't as aware, and they got a couple of buckets out of mistakes.
You mentioned the turnovers, 11 in the second half to 5 in the first. Just what was different?
What was different? Coming out of a timeout knowing that the trap is coming and still turning it over. I think that's one. Going into the lane, a little bit too much driving into a crowd rather than drawing the crowd and making the kick. I think that was, I got to watch it closer, but I think that was it as much as trying to do a little too much. Not trying to do too much for ourselves, but trying to do too much creating. We want to create contact. We want to get to the line, but I mean, just got to make the simple play. And I think we've been getting better at that. And I think when we don't make the simple play, we turn it over.
I guess this last possession, are you thinking, you had to be considering foul, I guess. What made you decide not to?
Oh, no. We wanted to play that out. No, we wanted to play out. There was enough time. We wanted to trust the defense on that. And what we wanted to do is get into the zone. And the bottom line is, that's as quick a guard as you can face, but he's that much quicker when you reach.
Right.
And you just got to do everything you can do right there to keep the ball in front. I mean, they went small, but we felt it was 2 points, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't it two?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think in that situation. Now, if that would have been under 5 seconds, something like, obviously, then you're going to foul early and you really want to stretch it. I think right there you got to trust your defense, and I wouldn't change that. You got to keep that kid in front of you, and you can't let him go right.
Where's the line for you in terms of seconds, differential between shot clock?
I think it varies. But there was plenty enough time in a 2-point game with that. There was definitely enough time to me because of the way we get them. I mean, we still had a chance, even with all that, to stretch it into a 2-possession game when we came down and we missed a 3. So I mean, we try to teach these guys that there's a lifetime of the game when you get the ball up the court. We weren't having any trouble getting the ball advanced. So it kind of varies.
Got a jump start from Troy, and Jeremy played a lot better than he has.
Yeah.
What does that mean for you going forward? To have those
I think they've had a great week. They're getting better all the time, and very competitive. And that's the bottom line. I mean, we're trying to improve. These guys work very, very hard at it. And I mean, Stan didn't have a great night, but here's a guy that they found a gym in the 6th floor at our hotel. He was there last night. He was there before the game. I mean, our guys want it, so I have no issue whatsoever with the competitiveness. We just got to be a little bit more alert and aware.
With Troy, with Troy especially, I mean, is part of it maybe growing into understanding how he best impacts the game?
Yeah, we've got so many things to learn. I mean, there's just so many time and score situations that we just don't have a great grasp on yet. Like even at the end of the half, trying to make a play rather than bring it down. We wanted to give them minimal time to go back down, at the end of the half there. But yeah, he's working extremely hard at it and learning more and more and getting more comfortable with it. And he's very aggressive. And it's just a matter of him getting his fundamentals down, and not being in such a hurry. I mean, we're starting to spend a lot more time in pick and roll with him. That's how much I think he's advancing in practice. So, and we could use that. We could use another guy that could really come off the ball screen and create havoc.
Tom, do you think?
Right here, this gentleman right here. Didn't want to have
Yeah. Can you just talk about the importance of learning from this and doing well down the stretch?
Well, we want to learn from this and be better tomorrow. We don't get much ahead of tomorrow. You just can't. You got to learn from what you just did. But we want to make sure we learn it. We keep applying it, keep practicing the way we're practicing, and get ready for a very good Penn State team.
You mentioned awareness issues at the end of shot clocks defensively. Just what all stood out to you there? I guess obviously there was a couple of times I think you lost a roll man off a screen and roll. But what else did you see?
that's just what it really breaks down to. Sometimes just one person not being in the right place. I mean, those are all things that are practiced and covered. And I think when there's some youth like this, I mean, we didn't have those issues this Sunday going home, and in this situation like this. If you don't have everybody locked in all the way through the very end, I mean, things like that can happen because they're good. I mean, they know how to find their spots. But I think it's just a little bit. There's a couple of rotations where we didn't rotate inside on the roll. We got screwed up on a switch one time.
In your mind, has this team improved on the road since the start of the season?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely they have. I mean, they're improving every day. I mean, remember now. I mean, we're starting 3 freshmen. I think it's important that everybody, you, the fans, everybody, keep that in perspective now. I mean, this is we got a sophomore out there. We've got a senior. We got 3 freshmen, and that was not a freshman group we played against. And I mean, there's a reason they went to the 3rd round last year. And so our guys went toe to toe with that. But what they've got to continue to learn, like we've learned at other times at home and on the road, that it's more than just possession by possession. I mean, every pass, every situation matters. And you may not be perfect, but you got to be sharp. Go ahead, Dustin.
You mentioned not being able to get in this. You wanted to get in the zone on the last possession. What did they do to keep you from doing that? I guess, or was it something you guys did? When you said you wanted to get in the zone, what kept that from happening?
I'm gonna have to think about that and go back and watch the film. I think I covered that we were on the man. We reached a little bit. And he beat us right. So, I'll analyze it and maybe you can ask me again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.